Shit, that's the landlord. Hey, sorry I missed your call.
A few moments later. Day 2. Day 3.
I always.
Day 4.
Thank you, sir, and I'll text you tonight, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Come on, that's the longest freaking phone call for like, hey, amenities? Oh, you need TV? He just wants to like fully furnish the house, and I'm like, just get the house done.
Try to charge you extra or some shit.
I don't know, yeah, he's already charging $200 extra a month because of the expedited work.
Unless the California.
So it's supposed to be 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's technically 3-bedroom, but you know, it's got
3-bedroom and an office.
A converted area, and then it's got a basement. So cool. I understand. Listen, I understand it. I appreciate you. Just know that I appreciate you. The whole point is, it's a house that I have been in pre-renovation. And post-renovation, I know that this guy will stand by the work that he's claiming he will do. If there's a problem, he'll fix it. Mm-hmm. I know him. So I've met him numerous times. I'm in business with him in certain aspects. This is a residential place. I need a house for my family. You're going to get it done. You're going to get it done in 30 days. Yes. Well, thank you. Okay, an extra $2,400 for the first year? All right, that's fair. He's paying $15,000 to renovate everything, so why not?
Yeah.
Originally, it was going to be $800 a month, and I'm like, God dang, okay, that's super cheap. I'm paying 3 times that currently for the same, if not less.
And you got rats for free.
Let's not get back. You know, it's so funny. Today, they texted me, and they're like, excuse me, can you log into your portal and put in your request for the repairs that you've been talking about for 6 months that we've ignored you on? We have a new portal. So my wife goes to log into the portal. Tell me what happened.
It crashed, or they want your money.
There's no portal.
Like Error 404 website doesn't exist.
Now, Loftman Property Group, I really appreciate Debbie. You've been fantastic. The house is a bit of a shithole for the rents that you're asking. And I got to say, it has not been kept up well. And I will definitely say I have 2 children. It should be battered for the years that we've been there. I run a tight ship. My kids don't draw on the walls. We don't put any holes in anything. And the only 2 holes are to a single joist in the ceiling to holster a, 30-pound television. Well, 30 pounds for the stand and the television. Mm-hmm. And that was declared, spoken, approved. Got it in writing. And then there was a complaint after I did it. And I was like, okay, so no more holes. I didn't hang a single painting since then. Not a single painting. Not a single command strip. We've been living out of boxes, basically. Because everything has been a problem with these people. Getting them to fix or address anything has been a nightmare. And that goes for all of California, basically. They think they got gold, and if you step on their gold, you better polish it. In reality, this house is a bit of a shithole. The roof shingles are flying off. The foundation is cracked. There are nothing but bugs and anthills in the entire lawn, and they've had 3 gardeners come by to try and service it. It's been a nightmare. The irrigation system has a problem. The plumbing has a problem. The damn toilets have broken twice, and they still haven't fixed it. So I've jimmy rigged it, notified them that it's been jimmy rigged. The sinks have an issue. The dishwasher has never worked. The stove is so old that when you look at it, you gain 5 years, like a mystery spell, just like roulette. Just like you look at it, you crack the top. Oh shit!
It's the Saving Private Ryan scene where he ages.
That's exactly it. It's unfortunate. That's the stove. So we don't cook very much there, and we definitely don't like using the dishwasher, but it's a nightly routine to wash all our dishes because our kids eat well. They're fat little bastards. But man, if I have not gone through every choice to not be there with all the amenities that I've paid for to like circumvent using anything that house has, it has been a nightmare. An utter nightmare. But as you can tell, I'm very excited because now we have a home. We live on Avenue. You better bleep this address, but I want your reaction. I'm going to be living at Avenue.
That's a good address. That's a great address. People would pay extra for that.
It's just good. On both spectrums, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
It is a literal stone from my place of business. I can throw it with very little effort.
God, someone's breaking into your business. You could throw rocks at them.
Dude, I can shoot them from where I'm at. My bedroom, I can shoot them. I'm on a second story.
You're breaking into this building. You kick open the door. It's an upstairs office, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You run down the stairs and you see a glint in the distance. What is it?
South or north, and I could shoot you. I'm just saying, from the stairwell. There's a south and a north stairwell. Either one is open, and my 40 will hit you from my bedroom.
You don't even.
I protect what's mine.
You don't even get out of bed.
I don't have to. I'm not kidding. I know where my bed's going. My nightstand to the window. So I'm laying down here. Nightstand, window here, turn head. Oh, the alarm's going on. Okay, shit. Bam. That's it. That's north.
And roll over.
South is over there, so I'll have to get out of bed for south. Second window. Okay, babe, move. And then bam. That's it. Also, this lovely coat.
Good coat.
I love this coat. It's very stylish. What is it? Black top, big t-shirt, Billy.
Watch on my wrist, but I want that.
It reminds me of my brother. It's very unfortunate because he always wears large coats. Come on, you fucking camera. But he's always been a larger gentleman. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'll go naked. I don't care. But the idea is we had Rudo, who's one of our social media team guys from Armenia. He handles the back end, some of the streams and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. He sent me a shirt that was, I think, $14 US. But it got damaged in transit.
It looked like it melted.
It got melted, but it was pre-packaging. It got melted. It wasn't UPS's packaging.
They scraped it off the belts, threw it into the bag.
It just got melted. So the idea that it got melted before going into the packaging and then getting to me was like, okay, I'm going to return this shirt. It was really cool. It was like, drop all the beats, something from the Gap. I really appreciated it. I upgraded it because the lady didn't want to take the damn return because she couldn't scan the barcode. And her manager had to come and then give me a $30 Old Navy coupon on top of my $15. So it was a $45 value on this gift card. I was like, okay, I'll go check out some coats. It's cold. It's 7:45 at night in the birdcage area. If you know, you know. And so I'm like, all right, I don't want to shoot anybody, but it's kind of scary out here. And for some reason, I had this like image of what's the show? Peaky Blinders popped into my head. And I saw this mannequin that was in the window. I was like, oh shit, now I want to look at that coat. And they don't have my size. I wear a 3X normally. No way. Well, this is a 2X. Your boy's lost some weight. Just saying. I got a lot of coat.
room.
A lot of cozy room.
It's no caffeine today.
I know. So the funny part was that, so I go in there and they got one that looks like Burberry style. You know what that means? It's like a pattern like what you got, but darker. And so it's very checkered, but long. I'm like, no, I don't want one of those. Then this is very like Henley style.
Yeah, Burberry is it's kind of the plaid, but it's exaggerated. It's like
exaggerated.
If you took my shirt
long plaid.
and zoomed in to have it be
very long plaid. Yeah. We're not a very stylish channel, excuse me, but the story goes on. And I go in and I'm like, all right, I need the return, blah, 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 I get the $45. And then I look at those damn coats and I'm like, $129. As I turn, I smack my face on this sign. It was so funny. Just, okay, there's a thin sign and it's like 35% off. So $109.75. Well, he got me $35. So me and Rudo have pitched in to buy this jacket. and it is lovely and very warm. Thank you, Rudo. But it was, my kid got some dinosaur shoes too. But the slippers, he won't take them off. Fun times. Has there been any exaggerated points of business since I have been kind of like blasé the last couple of days?
I mean, we've had the 2 liquid damage people. Told you a little bit about them.
Tell me about it.
The phone and the laptop. We had the phone gentleman where he checked in week ago, because it's Monday right now. So last Monday was when it became an issue, where he came in at Saturday, right at close, and wanted to drop his phone off. Needed a quick fix. Okay, diagnosis $30. We'll see what's going on. What's your problem? Oh, it's a service carrier reading issue. You know, we'll check your settings, tear it open, check it out, see what's going on. Check all the settings. Settings are fine. Needs an update. Do a little update. Still not working. So I crack it open. Liquid damage. The whole top right where the antennas are, all messed up, all corroded, all gross. Hey, it's going to be $60. It's going to take 3 to 5 days. Here's the process. It's going to need full teardown, cleaning, ultrasonic, alcohol, the works. 3 to 5 days. And that was Saturday night or Saturday afternoon into night. It'll take 3 to 5 days. And he called on Monday to ask if it was done, which we get a lot.
A lot.
I tell people on Saturday we're closed Sundays. We close early on Saturdays. It's an hour early just because it's a shorter. It's usually a busier day at the front, and then nobody comes in at close. But did that Monday. Asked if it was done. I told him it's 3 to 5 days. We're at day 2. I did do a little after hours work, so we're ahead of schedule. But it's 3 to 5 days. Tuesday asked if it was done. Wednesday asked if it was done. Thursday, yeah, I'm just gonna pick it up if you can't fix it. It sounds like you can't fix it.
I love the self-entitlement of like, nobody can do your job better than the customer.
Well, they know way more because
Everything.
they did some Googling.
They've been Googling. They ran something, did something. We're in the industry 20 years ago.
We get so many. I did tech work 10 years ago, and I know this is not how it is.
Oh, my favorite.
From when I started to now, we have 6 series of phones that are discontinued and will never, they don't make parts for anymore. And that's just the stuff that I've noticed,
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
We've done 6 series, and they usually do, not counting, COVID was a little light, but then they discontinued all the phones after that because everyone was back to work.
Yeah.
But, 1.5 phones come out each year. You get the pluses, the notes, the whatever. Well, they don't make notes anymore either. Those are dead.
The amount of people that give stories of what they can do before they can give you facts about what it is astronomical. And it's like, when you're taking it and asking somebody for help with something, there's got to be a little bit of set the pride aside. And I understand every day you probably don't interact with a lot of people, but people who are doing a service for you, they need to know, hey, I'm going to be able to complete this service for you. And there's going to be a helpfulness. What's the word? A completion, a victory line. There's a finish line. There's not a ref on the sideline screaming at him to go left or right. The path. There's nobody else who's going to complete this path for you, so get off my back.
Yeah.
If you want to run it for me, you will. Go ahead.
Well, we get a lot of people who always say they could do it themselves and they don't have the time or the tools to do it, to which I always think, so you can't do it.
Well, here's the fun part. Order it on Amazon. It always
Return
comes.
it, worst case.
Always comes with the tools.
Yeah.
The bare necessities. Not very good tools, I will always say. But the bare necessities it comes with. The absolute minimum. The minimum
You
amount
get
of
a
tools.
pry bar and then the 2 screwdrivers you need for a Samsung or whatever.
Oh, yeah. What is let's go to Amazon.
Go pull it up.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's see. Give me a random phone. Non-iPhone.
Samsung S20 FE.
So the first thing that comes up is Zahiga.
How do you pronounce that?
Zahiga?
ZGX
Zakiga. Yeah, Zakiga. For Samsung Z20 FE screen replacement screen for S20 FE Series 6.5-inch glass replacement kit with repair tools, waterproof adhesive, no OLED touch digitizer. So for
So
hold on, for $30.99, so $30, you can save 5%. So that's what, $1.50. So $28.50 and 48 cents. You can get just the glass panel. And the fun part is, kids, just so you know, this is not an easy repair. I used to do a lot of refurbishing back up till the curved OLEDs. I just kind of fell out of it. It was more work, less money, more risk. And it wasn't something to really transfer over. Certain aspects of things you can transfer into the liability of the customer. This was not one of them. So I was like, okay, we'll just do full panels. It's much more convenient, less time consuming. And this was one of those things. You stocked just the glass. Now, this is a very, very tedious repair, and it comes with, for $28.50, a very small tube of liquid optical clear adhesive. Liquid, not an Oka sheet, not a laminate. A couple of pry bars, a little bit of molybdenum wire. They probably send you $20 worth of wire just because. A UV light, a personal PRO personal repair tool, which is a pry bar.
Professional.
Yeah. Razor blade, a suction tool, a couple of, plastic razor blades. You'll see in the picture. All these little tools. Nobody will get this done by themselves. Nobody.
It's a large ongoing meme in the technician community of the customers trying to do glass only in front of technicians to prove them wrong. And they basically just peel their phone apart and destroy it.
Yeah. Somehow customer reviews are 3.6 out of 5 stars.
I want to know what their 5-star reviews are. 50%
of their reviews.
How many are people who actually got it done? One person.
You feel free to read this fake review.
I thought I'd try my hand at fixing my own screen. I got this kit and watched countless videos and read lots of articles. Let me be frank. You're going to fork it up. I failed right from jump. I know what I did wrong, but it's so easy to mess up that I'd probably do the exact same thing again and again. Heating up the phone? Easy. Using the thin metal Slim Jim-like thing? Easy. Distinguishing the layer of the glass from the layer of digitizer? Not so easy. It went under too far, and then I didn't see the tool appear after the black border goes clear. I know I done messed up. Yeah, this one the OLED shattered. Well, it was just a little section, but it was fatal. A new digitizer is approximately 150.
No. The other ones are
the digitizer only, it'd be less than that, but they're trying to say the whole like panel. But what's a
an S9 Plus?
That's what an S9 Plus runs. So no, the FE is going to be way more than that. So I went the easier route. It was definitely worth a try, but I went and broke it. This is an interesting process to say the least, and if you can do it, you're either lucky or extremely good with your hands. If you're reading this review because you're unsure if you should attempt it, think of it like this. You'll never know unless you try it, but if it's that important to you, let a professional do it.
Hey, Mr. What's his name?
iCold Synthetic.
iCold Synthetic. Bravo, I couldn't say it better myself. But yeah, so people are ignorant to the idea of like, oh, I could do this. The problem is...
It looks very doable in the videos.
The first time we did it, we broke it. But here's the difference. We stood behind it and we paid for it every time. Mm-hmm. There's always a first time. I used to offer free repairs to the first of its kind. First 13 Pro Max or 12 Pro Max was the last I did it. First 12 Pro Max, 11 Pro Max, 12, every model.
Free repair, free labor.
Free labor. So you pay for the part, whatever the cost is. And I was transparent about the cost. They were always expensive out the gate. I'm like, so it's $180 on an iPhone 6. You brought it in, I learned. And that's what I got paid out of it.
The expertise. And you still backed that up?
Still backed it up. If I broke it, then it's on me. If I damaged your phone, then I had to buy them a new phone. In California, there is a big thing where liability waivers are mistaken that it's like a get out of jail free card. It's not.
It's a
Nothing.
reasonable expectation card.
Nothing waives ignorance and negligence.
It's the negligence voids any and all.
Yeah, negligence voids any and all. Like, if all of a sudden you are negligent to the customer's data or their device, and you're like, okay, let me just stab the battery, that's negligence, and you're going to have to buy them a new device. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You are going to eat that cost. You will go to court and you will lose. Now, if I say, hey, there's a risk to your OLED for me refurbishing this device, and I don't want to take that risk. And they're like, no, try it. I won't be mad. And then they get mad. Well, there's a liability waiver that says, hey, I warned you of this. Here's in the notes where I warned you of this. This is your approval here. This is your signature. Then, yeah, I'm free and clear. But if I dropped it and it's not me working on it, there's a risk to the...
But anything that's not that top glass, the digitizer, the display...
Outside of what we've discussed, then it would be even worse.
Yeah. If you, like you said, broke the battery doing a glass-only replacement, stabbed the phone. You've done something horribly outside of the normal scope of services.
There's much more that can go wrong. So, this item was defective when received and Amazon refused to give me a refund. Do not purchase. It's not defective. It's just
They're also answering the wrong question there.
Yeah.
Those are all the people who bought it and broke their phone or think it's defective, but it's literally, it's the wrong item.
But this is the same thing for a lot of these. And they give you these really shitty tools and don't give you the expectation of how to fix it. Do not follow these YouTubers who are, I can do it and make it seem, they're making interesting content for you because you're watching it.
They're
you're
making it look easy.
rewinding and you're clicking and you're staying very, I can do it myself. If you've ever seen this, average viewer, if you ever see this, save your money, bite the bullet, pay somebody like me $100. Somebody who has a tenth of my knowledge, $30, and they can get it done with more success than your average person trying to do it at home. The problem is having that willingness to spend the time, do the research with the follow through. It's just...
Plus, being a professional, you get those protections.
Yeah. Besides, anyone who has done it numerous times and knows how tedious and annoying time for cost is on that, it's better for the longevity of the repair to do a full housing. It's like swapping a frame on a car instead of trying to fix the frame over and over. The metal bends back. There's
you get a little thing, you can fix it. You got a couple things, you can live with it. You get a bunch of stuff, you need a frame. It's going to be misaligned always. Whenever you bend metal, it's always going to have that memory of being bent to that, unless you overbend it and then now it's brittle.
On a second note, the guy who I sold my couch to today is picking up the couch tomorrow, so I'm going to be without a couch for 2 weeks. My kids are going to be pissed. Very pissed. I just realized this.
We got kitchen tables. That's the same thing.
I understand, but the kids sit and they hang out on the couch, But also, so he beat me down $100 on the couch. It was a pair of couch. It's scratched here. It's dirty there. Try and clean this up. And I'm not cleaning shit. Especially when you're taking it.
These things it's always,
don't be a dick about it. But then he was like, you fix phones. Okay, fix phones. iPhone 6 Plus boot loop. Yeah, sure. I'll waive the check-in fee. But then he just texted me, never make this mistake.
What's this extra?
Never make this mistake. Any consumer, and on the technician side, if you're watching this, whatever the phone needs to fix it, if it's fixable, do what you can. Whatever it takes.
Blank check, no.
Whatever that phone needs to fix it, and it's fixable, do what you can. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. That, to me, in a reasonable expectation, says up into the cost of the device. Now, the cost of the device is also very old. So, like, a battery costs more. Me opening it costs more. Mm-hmm. But, not to be a dick about it, he's got a boot loop with what looks like a memory error.
And see, it depends on the actual error he's having and what it's going to be.
I'm hoping it's TriStar or something liquid damage related, but watch. When he boots the phone up, you get a lovely little informational disconnect with a line. This little dot pops up and it like spreads across the top. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a PD charger. I'll leave it on the charger, see if it boots. But
Watch, it just needed 3 times the power to short something and kick it through.
oh, now it fucking boot loops, you little bastard.
The second we look away.
I know, right? Literally. It's always that, right? But to me, it's going to be TriStar or something in the power line that's like, I can't think. It's an older device too, so it could be a million other things. The point is, don't try and do it yourself. But boy, it's weird that you can have constantly these customers say they can do it themselves. What happened with the second lady?
With the laptop lady, so she checked off, not when my gentleman was a problem, but this previous Saturday, 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Computer with no power issue. It was in the afternoon. He cracked it open. Liquid damage. I'm at work. Don't call me. Here's a phone to text me at. I'll get to it when I can. Andrew, finds his issue. Oh, it's going to be liquid damage. Board wash on a computer would be $169, whatever that is, $129.99, depending. Here is your problem. Here is your solution. Here are risks and concerns with the unit. It was a very well put together text message to her. She has all the information she needs. She calls today, 11 o'clock. Hey, nobody, got a hold of me or told me what's going on. What's going on with the unit. I didn't see any notes or nothing.
She's pretty snappy about it when I heard the first phone conversation.
She was very upset that nobody had gotten to let her know because we told her it'd be a same day figure out call unquote kind of thing.
Didn't we?
And we did. It turned out we did. I didn't have any notes. I called Andrew. Andrew was like, "Oh yeah, all right. I think I called her. I don't remember. I'm in 45 minutes. I'll see you then." So I'm like, "All right." And I call her and I'm like, "Oh, he told me this, that, whatever is the thing." I requoted her board wash issues, timeline, everything, and she's like, "Okay, good to know. Wish you had told me earlier." And then that's when Andrew comes in and brings up Tang and is like, "I texted her. Look at this. I sent her everything to her number. Are we looking at it's the number on record?"
And it looks like it was red.
Yeah, it was marked red. Yeah. Received red. It had the 2 check marks. So
the things that happen during business hours is like, for some reason, cold weather brings out, I don't want to say ignorance. I want to say
everyone's too busy being cold to remember to do things.
I would say the more of like people are bundled up, cozy, we just want to act like assholes, like pumpkin spice, and
people keep acting pumpkin spice and not pumpkin nice.
There you go. That's a good one. We're gonna put that on a T-shirt. It'll be available at duringbusinesshours.com. Pumpkin spice doesn't mean pumpkin nice.
I can see the.
I'm not even kidding. That's gonna be up for sale.
What do we got to write on here? I got a logo idea.
You got packaging right here. merch link in bio.
But also, you told me to ask you about something on the podcast today. Target for discussion.
Oh man, so you've been dealing with crazies. All right, how many of you fuckers shop at Target? How many? I'd love to know. Anyone out there, if you are a diehard Target person, let me know in the comments below. What is the issue with Target employees not wanting to do their jobs?
There's 3 of them in the entire store. They don't want to put more people in there, so then the workers don't want to do anything.
Yeah. Well, that has nothing to do with the story, but I was just asking.
No.
Got your attention. Point being, I went in, I promised my daughter Legos. I said, hey, I'm going to go buy this Infinity. So we'll back up the story a bit. I bought from Best Buy one of the articulating Infinity Saga hands. For Tony Stark, you can move it. My hand didn't fit. I got a fat hand. But my daughter's did. She loved it. I was like, okay, cool. We'll take it back. The stones came in and out, whatever. And I was like, it'd be cool to buy the Infinity Saga Lego. We can build it together. Sure as shit, it's sold out. I was like, we'll go once you get back from Daddy Doug's. We'll buy a couple of these Legos. We'll put them together. We'll make a whole shelf of it. My wife loves puzzles. I like Legos. My daughter likes cool shit. It'll be a bonding experience. So we go take my son, my daughter. Everyone's hungry. Well, my wife's hungry, so everyone's now expressing hunger. It's only 7 o'clock. I'm like, well, 15 minutes at Target. Well, here's the problem with Target. It sucks. Absolutely. It's like Walmart, but under Walmart.
Walmart without the availability, or like the
available workers. Yeah. So there's not a lot of people there. Not a lot of people want to do their job. I think they're underpaid. There's a Starbucks in there, God forbid. But unfortunately, it looks like when we got there, it had just been run through like there was a ransacking. So cops are outside. We're like, okay, maybe somebody had a heart attack, whatever. There's only one police car. It had been run through. It looks like tens of thousands of people had gone through this Target. Not even kidding. Like 2020.
Flash looters.
Done. But then there were still groups of people in there. So we go straight beeline for the kids aisle. And I'm wondering, I hear what looks like spilling, or I hear spilling, right? And I'm like, okay, liquid. We're walking through.
You got kids. You hear spilling, like who's peeing on something? Or what the hell's going on?
Tell me why. There's 4 14 to 16-year-old kids pissing in the middle of the aisle.
So I actually guessed that.
Yeah.
Well, they saw the place was run through.
I think they were doing it because there was a bunch of there was a bunch of Mountain Dews like lined up on a end cap that was bare, and it looks like they were just pissing in the aisle. Cool. They're all chatting, doing it. I don't know if all of them were, but one definitely was. And so I'm like, all right, we got to go. We're 2 aisles from Legos. Let's go. We'll grab the Legos. We'll get out of here. And I was like, oh, it's sad. But then you hear the ruckus from that aisle, and they're smashing stuff. And I'm like, oh, God, let's not do this. I'm armed. I grab one of my kids, grab all the shit. Then this guy comes running by, and it was like he starts grabbing everything off the shelf and running. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? This is really happening right in front of me. The guy was like 60, old white guy. Mm-hmm. All the kids were people of color. Not trying to say that's it, but my wife's like, where are these kids' parents? Not even as we're walking out the food aisle, there's a darker skinned baby that's just in a carriage, like a really old style carriage inside of a Target basket, and there's no parent around. None. So my wife says to the worker who's walking by, somebody needs to help. And sure enough, some lady comes running up. That's my baby, whatever, handles it. The next aisle, and I'm still in disarray by this. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it looks like a war zone. Like people had just run through. It reminded me of 2020 with the flash mobs and stuff. It was nuts. It's probably not as bad as I'm making it out to be. I just experienced all this stuff right back to back to back at Target of all places. It was a whole lot
at once.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was... The next thing to do would burn the Target down. That's it. That's all that was missing.
For the insurance money.
Dude, it was...
Done.
There was no workers except for one lady. There was 2 register people as we're trying to check out, and I'm like rushing at the self-checkout, and then somebody comes up and says, go ahead, take a bag. I'm like, who are you? Me and my daughter, or my son are there, holding my son, trying to get his Batman toy, my Lego toy. Mm-hmm. I'm the only one paying for things. And my wife is trying to go and use the restroom because my daughter's got to pee. And I'm sitting there like, all right, we got to get the fuck out of here. We got to get the fuck out of here. It's nuts. But these kids are running through, cutting the wires on everything in the aisles. Mm-hmm. Not one loss prevention, not one employee is sitting there watching them. Somebody's pissing in another aisle. And then you got some like 60-year-old dude that's just grabbing boxes of shit. Like there's boxes of stuff torn down everywhere.
He's just loading his truck up.
There was Pokemon cards everywhere as well. Like people would run through and rip the packages up. Then there was food everywhere. All the makeup aisles cleared out, like bare aisles. I don't know why I didn't take a picture of this shit. It was, I'm just with my kids, so everything was, I was so dumbfounded at the idea that Target used to be a premiere. Like you take your.
You went there because you didn't want to slum through the Walmart.
Not even that. It was like, okay,
Target.
Target usually has a full stock of these things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool.
They had good kitchen stuff. They had lots of clothing,
bedding,
electronics.
Housing. It's where you take your bougie wife and you're like, you know, hey baby, let me take you to Target.
So that's what they call Target.
Yeah.
Designer
Let me take you to
outlet.
Target. You get the card. Whatever you want. That's where you take your wife of 15 years and you're like, let me take you to Target and spoil you.
Mm-hmm.
There's everything for a house, for a home. It's Walmart is, let me feed you fat ass, take you home, and we'll clean the bed sheets afterwards. That's Walmart.
We got new detergent.
Exactly. And Target is, let me just buy everything. Let me treat you. You deserve it. And we'll clean it afterwards. You know what I mean?
Because even with the Target, every time I was like, I want something nice. I don't know what. I'd go to Target and I'd find
They
my
have options.
little French press I had for like 4 years. That thing was the coolest thing ever, you know?
They always had, it was a higher
I
end
didn't need
store.
this. I got hunting accessories for my grandpa, you know? Like, they had all sorts of crazy stuff.
But now, to me, that I will never think of it the same. I'll put it to the viewers this way. Target used to be a place where I could let my kids run.
Just let them go.
Let them go.
Let 'em go.
As long as they're in sight, you're fine. You are absolutely fine. After last night, I won't let them touch the floor.
It's covered in piss.
Dude. Nope, never again. Never. There was no employees, no concerns for any of the consumers. There was one cop outside talking to somebody. There was
He's
cops
just out
didn't
there
give a
probably
shit.
with his phone to take pictures of people, and that's about it.
You know?
All right, they stole a TV. They stole something else. I got a picture of your
Check.
face. That's not going to do anything. Let me check your receipt. I ain't got one. Thank you.
It's sad, but so true. I will never shop at a Target again. I just can't. I wouldn't say shop. I will never take my kids to.
You'll shop there, but you're not making a family outing of it.
Dude, that's what it was. I would take my entire family or my kids to Target. Like, all right, cool. We get what you want. Like, it's just something bougie about it. You know what I mean? You feel good when you go to Target. Not this one, man. And I could not imagine. I was trying to put myself in the shoes of the kids who were doing the stupid shit. They were 15, 16, 17, high end, like 17. You'd really have to stretch it. They were young. And I'm thinking to myself, where's their father? Like,
Where's any parental guidance? Like,
somebody has to hold them accountable that isn't the police, because the police aren't doing anything. This is one of the reasons I'm leaving the state. But man, if I got that shit and brought it home, or my parents even thought for a second I was there, I would have been beaten and all my shit broken. That's the difference. Like, my kids will experience that. And I'm going to hold my kids to that same, like, there will be a discipline to the action that you commit without me present.
there will be a repercussion.
There will be a repercussion. There has to be. If the police don't hold you to a standard, I'm going to hold you
You have
to
to be
a standard.
better than that.
It's so dumb. These kids just acted like everything was theirs. I'm just grasping my kids like, okay, I already put this damn promise off for an extra week. We got to go. We'll just get the fucking Legos and we're going.
No, my parents always instilled if it's not yours, don't touch it. But like if it's at a store, just don't fuck with it. It's not yours. Don't break it. Don't toss it. Don't do nothing.
They were straight vandalizing, stealing, and then cutting all the wires to the laptops and everything. It was blatant. Like, imagine you feel bad for thinking they're doing something wrong, but then you just stand there for an extra second. You're like, oh shit, I'm right. Like, oh shit, I'm right. Like, and most people say that there's got to be a racist vibe to it, right? That it's like, okay, you see a bunch of darker skinned kids and you're like, okay, they're cohorting together in the middle of Target doing X, Y, and Z. There's a bunch of open bottles of soda and chips and all kinds of shit on the shelf. I'm just like, man, this place looks like somebody's been through it. Maybe they haven't stocked in a while. But then when I heard the piss hitting the floor, I was like, that's an extra one. Like, it was just,
Yeah, like, nope, something's afoot.
yeah, this place is being run through. I was shocked I could even transact on the way out. I was like, the fact that there's even workers willing to go through this, I would have walked out and let corporate shut the doors. If they're stealing one thing, let them steal it all.
Then you're fired. You got no job. You got no paycheck.
How? Claim physical distress.
Doesn't matter. Should have informed a manager and stayed.
Inform the manager?
Practically enslaved the people they got there. A lot of people aren't there because they want to be.
California is so quick to back people on that shit, though. I'm just saying. If you experienced a robbery and you went home and I fired you for it, there's repercussions. California would back you. 100%. I'm just saying, I'm surprised they stood there and took it. Because everything that was going on, they're just like, we told like 3 people, and they're like,
I mean, they're not allowed to do anything, so what are they going to do?
it's vandalism. It's not just theft. Vandalism.
You can't touch, stop, assert, nothing.
It's also threatening to the other people who are shopping. So then it's a hazard to anyone else who comes in. At least stop people from coming in.
Could you imagine you going into Walmart and the greeter, instead of saying, hi, how are you, says, we're being looted right now. Can you please leave?
That's the proper thing to do.
Yeah. That's like me thinking about that is such a weird, surreal feeling. If I walked up and Greta, super
3
nice
years
old
ago,
lady.
did you ever think that was a fucking statement that could come out of your mouth?
No, but then we went downtown and saw the literal.
The board.
It was a set for The Walking Dead, and they didn't bring the zombies out yet. Everything was abandoned.
I wanted a pair of shoes. And I'm like, let's go to the Kicks place downtown. Let's go hang out. We're just going to free for a day.
Kicks got robbed. You can't go there. Oh, cool. We're going to go over to Skip's. Oh, Skip's got robbed a month ago. Can't go over there.
And
do they have Foot Locker? Foot Locker burned down. You can't go there.
Everything was gone. And the media was reporting none of it.
Nope.
None of it.
Nope.
Sacramento was a safe place. There was no rioting, no looting.
We went to the T-Mobile.
I don't care what caused the rioting and looting. That's not what I'm talking about. The fact that it happened and the aftermath disappeared.
Just nothing. But like I was about to say, we went to
businesses
T-Mobile.
never reopened.
You wanted to look at the OnePlus 6, which is new at the time or whatever, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we have that. Do you want to buy it?" Someone stole all of our demos.
Oh,
their
right.
Samsungs, their iPhones,
Because all the things were ripped off.
Everything was like they were half were cut, the rest were wrenched off of the table.
There was a whole table that's like glued into a facade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a giant plastic thing, and that's where the cables come out of. This entire table, it was 30 inches long, 18 inches deep, was ripped off and taken by a group of people. And they were like, yeah, we just can't do anything about it.
Yeah. That was the one they couldn't cut, so they ripped it out of the ground and took it home.
Hypothetically, say they do get some gun-happy governor in here, and then somebody's like, yeah, defend your shit. What are you going to do when business owners start shooting people?
And they backpedal. Can't kill desperate people. That's terrible.
Is it desperate people?
You need to let them do it.
I stand firmly saying, in most of the videos I saw of people just looting, not one of those people seemed to hold any backpacks, cardboard, or had a service dog with them.
It's the desperate people who do it, and then it's the opportunistic people that hop in on it.
Oh, that's what they're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Every time I see looters...
You see a homeless guy looting some bread, you run in, you grab a DVD player.
A homeless guy would sit there and starve to death before he would rob, on average. Because most of those people are already in their position because they won't do anything about it to get out of their position. Right? Most of them are on
Not
drugs.
always the case.
Not always. But will you say that there is a percentage of those people that are like, you know what? I'd rather just sit here and let the shit happen to me. Because we've known quite a few of those people.
Yeah.
They're now out on their ass, doing nothing, regardless of all the information they've been given on how to escape the matrix in the Andrew Tate sense. There's so many ways to make money in America, and it's so stupid how... Like, you could sign up for 10 websites today and get a bunch of referral codes and make $600. $600. Now, how you're going to use that $600 is up to you. What you're going to do with that money is up to you. I was telling Rudo how you could sell, there's buy and sell groups in Discord. If I had the time or the care to, if I was dead broke tomorrow, full steam ahead, needed to make money, I'd go to Discord.
Well, I've got friends who do
sell leads. And I'm just going to give this to America. I would sell leads on where the drops and what's available. I would literally just sell the information. 2%, 5%, 10% in some cases. Oh, okay, well, I had this shipping to me. I'll have this guy. Even middleman, somebody's got 10 of one console that they want. I'll send you 2 at $100 more. I won't even touch the money. You send it to him. There's no idea that there's no transactional purpose. And then I make the extras because I get the product, right?
Because you get the sale. You link the two
exactly. But I'm getting an extra. Say if I sold everything at 10%, then I'd keep 10% of whatever product it is, and then be able to resell. So that's how I started here when I started accessories and consoles. If I had to buy 10 of something, I would make sure I got paid 120% for whatever it was, so I could order 2 of something or 5 of something instead of the customer wanted 4. And I'm like, oh, I'll mark up the part cost so I could stock an extra one. You know what I mean? So there's zero cost to me. I would have that same exact way of living online only, so that everything was crypto, ether, I don't care, and it's transactional on the internet. And then I have the benefit. And then figuring out how to cash out is all I would have to do. Save up, boom, cash out. Save up, boom, cash out. 2 transactions a week at $300 a transaction to create for myself. That's what, $2,400 a month? Jesus, you could live off $2,400 a month. We just confirmed I'm paying $1,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a basement in the Midwest. There's a lot of ways you can make money in America. Don't be lazy. And most of these people get government phones with no data limit. I go over a terabyte, I pay an extra $100.
And they throttle
every month. No, they charge me $100 now. No throttling. $400 phone bill. I'm just saying, you have options. You have so much shit. And I hate that Tate is the one who tells people this. But there's no reason to be broke in America. None. If you have any drive. So the only reason that there is, well, I would say there's not no reason. The only reason that most people are broke is because they choose to be in some fashion, or they've let go of like their care or drive. And there's a lot of emotional or depressed people that are like, and trust me, I've been there too. I just don't want to do anything today. I don't care. Why? That's where you get those homeless people. Or drugs. Drugs just fucks everything up.
I just lost 100% of my energy right now. You said all that, and I'm like, that's all very well put. And then I'm like,
well, lots of exciting things coming. It is getting fucking cold. We're going to call it there.
Getting cold. Got me layering here.
What is it? Layering?
Layering.
I
said layering funny. I like the one shirt. I like the sweatshirt. It's California weather. I had to throw a flannel on. Soon I'll have to wear 2 shirts.
It went from hot last week at like 80 something degrees.
And I worked 61 degrees, maximum highest temperature today.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden 61. I don't understand.
And we're getting 30, 40 degree nights. It's going to keep going lower.
Power went out last night too. Scared the shit out. I forgot to say that before we end. Power went out, and Carmichael had to make sure to check the cameras here. Nothing was out here. But one business next door. What was it? WAP was out. WAP out, not me. I live a block away. So for some reason, it was a single business, I think an acre of difference in the power grid. All of a sudden, everything was out. But we had the weirdest noise from the wind when I thought somebody was breaking into the backyard. And so I go out, you're butt naked, 40 on my side, rain. I wish I had it on camera because the power was out. So I don't have this clip. But But I'm out there in, I'm assuming tidy whities because, you know.
I see you in briefs and then a thigh holster for your pistol.
I just pulled it from the safe, right? So I'm like, man, somebody's really using the blackout or power outage for their advantage. And we had a bunch of shit on the side because we're throwing stuff out for the move. And so I go out there, and now I'm just drenched like... it
was raining, by the way.
Yeah, it was
big
raining,
storm last night.
Storm. And I'm just drenched at 2 a.m., which is now 1 a.m. because of fallback. And so it's 1 a.m. at night, and everything's pitch black. Like, you can only see by the moonlight. And then I raised my gun for the corner of the house, and then I noticed on the hilt that I had put in that fucking translucent paint that just reflected the moon's light. And I'm like, I forgot I did that. That's a cool gun to die to.
Moon Knight's gun.
It was just one of those things. I was like, it turned out to be some animal that was ruffling through the fire pit. But man, it was such a dumb, like, I'm going to go back inside, grab a towel. Luckily, I was smart and charged all the power banks in the house so that I could plug my wife's in, plug my kids in, everyone. I was like, if the power goes out until tomorrow, everybody's going to have power. You get power, you get power, you get power. And that's where it ended. I finally got to bed at like 2:30 when the power finally came on. I'm like, damn it. I really prepared for this. You know, I thought I did a good thing. And then I plugged everything back in. But the one downside to having smart bulbs is when your internet goes out rapidly, you have to repair them all.
If they don't unpair as a natural power decline,
my daughter, 3 a.m., her light just starts flashing, like randomly flashing. And so I'm about to go to bed. It's like 2:45, I think. I'm about to go to bed. I'm checking everything, making sure everyone who was unplugged was now replugged. Everything's back in. Sure as shit, her light is going off, and she's like hanging on the side of the bed like this. The bed's here, and she's just hanging off of it. She sleeps crazily, and the light's just flashing. And I'm like, damn it. So I go and turn her light off, and I was like, I'll pair this tomorrow. Let me get her back in bed. But boy, it was just one thing after another yesterday. Crazy hectic. And I was here for 45 minutes trying to shoot an intro to the vlog channel. Fun stuff, which you'll see at Christopher Loves Life on YouTube. First video should be up by the time this video's out. Oh, this will be Wednesday, so it'll be up Friday. Follow over there at Christopher Loves Life. Throw me a follow. Yeah, I guarantee all the people who are like weirdly haters that'll follow it and subscribe before I could even get that message out, and then they're going to see the video and be like, oh, you legitimately started,
started a vlog
thing. Y'all want to see, people have asked for content that's not as sit down worthy. That's why we do the other stuff too. But we'll see how it goes. Well, it is what it is. If you enjoyed this episode, as always, like, comment, subscribe, share it, do your thing. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past. But knowing me, my DeLorean will probably